Hey, I want to welcome our viewers to a special podcast in the house. Maria, who does the most awesome cleaning you'll ever see. So, Maria, tell our viewers who you are, what you do, and who you serve.
My name is Maria Tavares. I am the owner of Organized Plus Cleaning, and I serve all Metro Atlanta.
Awesome. So, I love the idea that you've combined cleaning and organizing. What was that kind of thought process back when you started your business? Why did you do that?
Well, it was interesting because in the 90s, we were living in Los Angeles, California, and I did interior decorating. And when I went to the houses to do the interior decorating, I saw pile of things. Like I saw that people have clutter in the house and they want the house to be beautiful. So I had the idea of decluttering. And in 2014, we moved to Florida and I started the business. So I put an ad on Craigslist at the time, and we had 5 clients in 1 week. Because when people saw the word decluttering, they thought, wow, what I really needed is decluttering and organization at my house. And even better, they saw that Organized Plus Cleaning is not just a decluttering and organizing company, but we do the deep detail cleaning as well.
And if I could jump in here, because I got COVID about a month and a half ago. And so when I called you about coming in and cleaning this place, I wanted it clean because this is a studio. So I was blown away. I think it was 3 people and a few hours. I don't remember the exact, but tell our viewers what I'll add some things to it. Tell your philosophy when you had to deep clean after COVID. What were you doing in this apartment?
We started in the bathroom. We take everything out, especially those rugs that you had on the floor. We remove them first. Then we give a good vacuuming. We do have a special vacuum that goes in every corner to get every little bit of dust. It's very important to get rid of all that dust because that collects germs. So we got rid of that dust. So we dusted the vents in the bathroom. So we dusted first, we vacuum, and then we wipe it off with I can say that we do use pine salt to disinfect the whole bathroom, the walls, the light fixture. We wash the mirror with soap. We don't use any spray. So every product is diluted in water. It's water and soap-based that we wash the mirrors to get rid of the grease. So then we did scrub the tiles really good. So we wash them and we scrub it. We do have a special brush that we use in the bathroom to scrub all the tiles. Then we rinse it with water. We did that on the tiles that are on the walls, and also the tiles that are on the floors. And we made sure the bathroom cabinet, we cleaned it inside and disinfected. So the whole bathroom got disinfected. Then we went to the bedroom. So the bedroom, we started.
Let me jump right in, Maria, if I can. When you were in the bathroom and we were talking about it, I've never understood the concept moving dirt around. And so each time they were washing or wiping up the dirt on the floor, you were removing the towels and putting them into a bag. Explain to our viewers what moving the dirt around is common in the industry and what it means.
Well, moving the dirt around means when they have that bucket of water, that they have that string mop, they dip it in and they put it back on the floor. So it's just moving dirt around because that water in the bucket is very dirty. So with us, to clean the floors, we have a special brush that first we scrub the bathroom. So then we clean the floor with the squeegee, which it had with the microfiber cloth. We make our own mop, and mopping with that squeegee, we put a towel on it. I can explain. We make a hole. We put it through the pole. So and then we clean one area with that that microfiber cloth. Then we don't put that towel back in the water. We have a trash bag that all the dirty cloth goes in that. We clean one area and we put that towel in the dirty bag towel.
And that, just to jump in, that was an education for me because I never really grasped that whole concept of, you're washing water, you're putting towels out, you're putting them into another room. When you went into the bedroom, you took my mattress and you lifted it up and you pulled everything out. You were washing in the nooks and crannies of that bedroom. And then you said something that really stood out for me is I have these vacuum bags that I store. Well, dust accumulates on those. So you encouraged me to get those plastic containers so you could clean them off. But you actually went, tell us what else you did in the bedroom, which I have never really seen a deep clean like that. What is your common practice? Let's take COVID out of it. I know you did a lot more for that, but not everybody is getting COVID, despite what people might think. So what do you do? What your philosophy, even to the ceiling fans? Tell our viewers what that was like.
Well, it's interesting because, the ceiling fans collects a lot of dust. So when dust that you don't see, but it's blowing on you when you are sleeping. And if you have your fans on. So each time we clean a house, we start there. We clean the ceiling fan. We make sure there is no dust accumulated there. So then we lift up the mattress. We vacuum underneath. We vacuum behind the headboard because those areas collects a lot of dust. And a lot of people keep things under the bed and they think it's clean. The dirt will never go there, but it does. It collects dust. And it is so important that if you like to store things under the bed, use a clear bin with a lid, because that clear bin with the lid can be clean.
Right.
Each time we clean your house, we wipe that off. We disinfect that. So we disinfect the bed rails. It's very important. Even people that don't have COVID, they have allergies. And a lot of people use, those breathing machines because they cannot breathe. But
so let me jump in there. So you finding that, I know I've always heard desk mites and things like that, dust mites, excuse me. And I never really paid much attention, but I will say this, in the month since you've cleaned, I don't know if there's other things that I'm doing, but I feel much better.
Mhm.
I just have a level that I had never seen before, because previous, I just like, hey, it's clean. I didn't really pay attention to what you're describing to our viewers of really the deep cleaning, because I think it's very common for people to think all cleaning companies are the same. So when you got into this business, was there some motivation based on health, or was it just that you saw a need out there and you wanted to address it?
Well, I think it's very important that a clean house keeps all of us healthy, because, we all collect things, and sometimes we don't realize that what makes us sick is what is around us. So when we start this business, we started with the idea of, let's keep people healthy.
Mhm.
Let's help people function better. It's a health mind, that sometimes the way we are on our desk where we work, sometimes that's the way we feel inside.
Yeah.
What am I going to do next? And when we declutter and when we deep clean it, we all think better.
And if I can jump in, I want to share with our viewers this point to think about. We always kind of look at the cost of something, but we don't always look what's behind that. And when we look at our health, we sometimes don't realize the things we do each day has a bearing on how we feel. So I want to encourage our viewers to ask questions from people that may be doing, because it's not like, I always say, like, every restaurant's not the same. There's good ones and there's ones that are better. And there's just some that aren't very good. But that's up to you, the viewer, to ask the questions. And I think what Maria has helped me do is educate myself on how important it is for our environment, which in this case, we're at Overture. These are apartments. We live in them 24/7. So we're spending a lot of time. Take me to the kitchen. I was crazy when you started pulling the stove out and the refrigerator, and I saw what was under that stove. Holy mackerel. The bugs were having a field day in this place because I dropped stuff between it. But why do you do something like that?
Well, because, the food that goes under the stove, it gets bad. And it gets rotten and create bacteria. And we never know. If we don't see it, we don't think about it.
Mhm.
But all these little details on the cleaning that we do, it helps all of us with our health. And sometimes people are taking, for example, allergy medicine,
Mhm.
because their house is so dusty, they go to the doctor and the allergy won't go away, because they keep getting infection, not because of what is in their body, but what they are breathing.
Right.
It causes that type of allergy. So our kitchen is very important. Behind the stove, underneath the stove, is very important that we keep those areas clean. And also the food in the refrigerator. All of us are busy, and sometimes we forget. Let's say we had leftovers from the restaurant. We come home and we leave it in that styrofoam box,
Mhm.
and it gets bad. So it creates bacteria in the refrigerator that we don't even think about it, but it's bad for our health.
Right. I want to give our viewers a better understanding of how you compare things. So we're going to bring you back on a monthly basis to give our viewers 3 tips each time. That way we continue to learn what affects our health. And for me, I never considered my environment that important till I watched your crew clean this place. I was blown away by the depth of the cleaning and the way that the philosophy that you've shared with our viewers just generally. So we want to ask you, tell our viewers how they can get a hold of you. And then I want you to leave us with one insight for our viewers to take home from this podcast.
You can find Organized Plus Cleaning on Google, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. And also our phone number is 470-263-6315. So, and I love to answer your questions. Call me and I will answer your questions.
And I want to tell our viewers too, in the comment section below, the show notes will have her information. Feel free to comment, ask a question. If you can't get a hold of Maria direct, because I know she's busy, she's running a business, she has a huge team. I will say this for our viewers. When I met Maria, which was about maybe 5 or 6 years ago, 4 years ago, I don't remember the exact date, you were just starting.
Right.
Now, do you have a team of 12?
Yes.
You have crews?
Yes.
I mean, I love, this is, okay, this might be, well, we won't say that. But Maria had the funniest thing I've ever heard. I'll go ahead and say it. So Maria, we were talking about different things, and she goes, well, I'm a Republican and I pay taxes. And I was like, yes, that is good. Now, the reason I say that, a lot of people, when they ask you for cash, they're not reporting those income. So I want to just encourage our viewers to recognize that Maria is here paying taxes. She has employees. She's doing it the right way. So if somebody says, you got to pay me under the table cash, question that and just say, come on, everybody pays a fair share. We're okay. So Maria, now I get off my soapbox. I'm going to take it back to you to close us out with an insight that you can share with our viewers as you lead the podcast.
Well, the tip of the day, it's so important that your nightstand is dusted at least once a week.
Okay. Awesome. Well, Maria, thank you so much. We appreciate you squeezing in a podcast with your work of keeping my place clean.
My pleasure.